All right, so welcome to our focus group meeting. My name is Cola.thomas, one of the loan officer from the National Housing Trust at the St. Catherine branch. We are hosting this focus group meeting for the Smart Energy Loan. So you would have purchased your home or you are a homeowner currently, and you may be considering some energy focus improvement. And I can tell you this afternoon that the National Housing Trust Smart Energy Loan is the perfect solution for you. Joining me this afternoon, I have Mr. Javon Pommels, one of the loan officers from our branch. And I think, if not yet, my supervisor, Mrs. Rachel Webb, should be on in a minute as well. My branch manager, Janet Hartley Millwood, sent her apologies. She's not able to join at this time, but we do acknowledge her in her absence. Now, we are going to go right into it. As at the 1st of July 2024, the National Housing Trust contributors are able to access a new loan product to retrofit their house with smart energy solution, right? And this is for our active NHT contributors and homeowner. Under the Smart Energy Home Improvement Loan, contributors will be able to access any of the following. So you can access solar panel and battery. You can access solar water heater, solar installation, and any other equipment as it relates to technology, energy technology equipment to improve your property with solar power. Now, each contributors may access up to 2.5 million with a payback period of up to 10 years or up to 870, whichever one comes sooner. Now, where the interest rate is concerned, effective, we started out by saying a flat 5%. But effective the 1st of July 2025, the interest rate range from 0 to 5. So it really depends on your income. What are you seeing? Right. It really depends on your income. So for persons who are earning minimum wage to $30,000.99, that's 0% interest rate. For persons earning $30,001 to $42,099, that's 2%. For persons earning $42,001 to $100,099, that's 4%, and 5% is anything over $100,001 and over that. Right? So if it's two persons that is combining, it will find an average of the income, and the income itself would be what we use to determine the interest rate. Applicants can apply directly through the NHT or via external financing market partners, and we call that the EFMPS. Right? Now, I'm going to just give you an idea of our market partner or external financing market partners. And these persons are who you would go to if your income is over 0%. So once it falls within 2% or 4% or 5%, you'll go to these partners. Now, the partners are like the banks, which is NCB, COK, Scotia, VMBS, JN, First Global, JMMB, Sagicor Life, Sagicor Bank, CIBC, JPS and Partners, Co-op Credit Union, Cornerstone, and the list goes on based on what you're seeing on your screen. Now, as it relates to the documentations that you are required to submit for this kind of loan, they are the NIS card, your TRN, and you see where applicable, which means if it's a case where we would have already have that document on file for you, then you wouldn't need to submit the NIS card again. The TRN card or the letter that you would have gotten from tax administration or even your driver's license can be used as your TRN. Other documents that is needed is your 2 last months payslip from your current employer. And if you're self-employed, we would request what is called a contribution certificate from our compliance team. And once your contribution is made on time, then you are good to go. We will retrieve that information and then we can go ahead and do your affordability check. Other documents that you will need, if we don't already have it, is a copy of your birth certificate, and this is the new copy. That's the only one that is accepted. And we also need 2 valid ID, one of which must be issued by the government. So that can be your driver's license, passport, or the national ID. The secondary ID can be the employer's ID, but it must have a photo, an identification number, and a future expiration date. So once it has those information, it can be used. Other documents that you will need is a current passport size photo. And if you have changed your name for whatever reason, we'll need proof of that. So that's the marriage certificate or the divorce certificate or anything that confirms depol, anything that confirms difference from what is on your birth certificate. We move on to the property tax certificate. Now, most persons sometimes will make the payment and provide us with the receipt, but the certificate is a little different from the receipt. The certificate gives us information to indicate that the expiration date is valid. So that's the certificate. Other documents that you will need is the surveyor's report, and that should be 1 year. And you would see a notation here that the surveyor's report is only needed if you have an external loan on title. So if you only have a loan with NHT alone, you don't need a surveyor's report for the smart energy loan. But if you have an external loan, say you are taking out a loan with the bank, or when you were initially purchasing your property, you had joined with the bank, then you would need to get the surveyor's report where that is concerned. Now, additional documents that is required is the pro forma invoice from the supplier. The pro forma invoice from the supplier, someone mic is on. Rihanna, can you close your mic, please? Thank you so much. Right, so the pro forma invoice would indicate the documentations, the amount that the unit is being sold for, and we would then know exactly how much loan you are applying. In addition to that, we need also a letter of undertaking from the supplier. Now, the letter of undertaking from the supplier would need to be specific. It would need to include that the money will be returned to NHT if by any means the system is not installed or anything happen. And they also would undertake to ensure that the system will be installed within 30 days of receiving NHT's letter of undertaking, right? So those are pretty much the documents that you will need in order to access the smart energy loan. Now I'm going to hand over to my colleague, Mr. Javon Pommels, and he will then walk you through the steps in sharing what happens next. When you have submitted your documents to us, what exactly would happen next? Over to you, Sir Pommels.
All right, good evening, everyone. All right, so now that we would have all the requisite documentations, it's basically time for us to schedule a loan interview. Now, what happens at the loan interview? So basically, this is where we would have the loan created on our system and you would sign to the relevant loan documents, right? So we would give to you what we call the letter of commitment. Now, the letter of commitment is basically just NHT's formal way of saying that, we'll extend X amount to you to purchase and install the solar panels. You'll also get in your package a post-interview letter. So the post-interview letter essentially is just a documentation that will outline all the details of the loan, right? So it will outline information about in the event of any insurance damage to your system, how you go about claiming the insurances, what's the time frame in which you're to claim these insurances, um, when you're expected to make your first payment and so on. All right, so these are documents that we will provide to you for your records. Now, after the loan interview, it's basically a waiting game for the customers. Meaning, what we would do at the NHT now is to refer the documents to our legal department. So our legal department would now be responsible for one, getting the loan registered on the title. So this is where we would send the documents to, the title and the mortgage details to the titles office so that the loan can be registered on the title, right? Now, subsequent to that registration, and NHT is now in receipt of the registrable documents. What we would do is, so Mr. Thomas would have mentioned the letter of undertaking that the supplier would have given to you to send to provide to NHT, which says that they will install the units, etc. So what will happen now is that we would honor the details of the undertaking that is provided to us, which is to make the first deposit to the supplier. Now, upon receipt of that disbursement, the supplier would now be responsible for ensuring that the unit is installed, and also the customer or the customers involved are required to sign to a document called the delivery note. So the delivery note is basically when the supplier has installed the unit, it's basically the customer saying that, yes, this system is installed and is functioning, right? And the customers are required to sign to that document and then submit it to NHT thereafter. Once we are in receipt of the delivery note, we will then go ahead to facilitate disbursement to the supplier of the last payment, which is to be made. Sorry. Essentially, the processing time is around 2 to 3 months. In processing these loans, we've seen where the process are a lot faster than other loan types.
Right.
Especially dependent on how fast the supplier gets in, install the units, and then we get back that delivery note. So basically, that is what happens at the back end of submitting the documents and the loan interview.
Okay, thank you so much, Sir Pomels. No, we are not the professional in the field as it relates to the system and how it works and the stuff that you will need. So what we did was to invite one of our suppliers, Mr. Peart. He's online this evening and he's just gonna give us some information as it relates to the solar panel documents that you will need in terms of assessment, what's the price range like for it. He will give you all that information, and thereafter we can take all your questions. Over to you, Mr. Peart.
Good night, everybody. Trying to see if I can share.
Hold on, let me stop sharing.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody. Basically, after somebody can mute, please.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Yeah. So after the disbursement is given out by NHT, the first payment to the solar company, we then will come and do a full site visit to make sure um, we have everything prepared for the installation and also plan the scheduling when we're going to come to do the installation itself. So as we get the funding from NHT, the first payment, we will contact you right away, and then we make a site a on-site visit to make sure we get agreement where we want to put the things in your house, and also to get agreement where on the roof, just get an agreement from everybody so we're all in sync. So when the staff comes on site, we all know, we're all in open agreement where everything is placed. So let me go to the next page. So try to tap this stupid thing. Oh, so you may ask, you get to understand what solar is all about. Solar system consists of solar panels, which is on your roof, and the idea of the panels on the roof is to convert the sun energy. The panels are made up of DC current. So basically the panels collect the light and it convert to DC energy. The DC energy then is used to charge the battery, and also it's the inverters that we use nowadays, they're all in one. So basically it's a hybrid inverter which has the charge controller, the inverter, everything built into one. So it will run the house at the same time. The access will be used to charge the battery for storage. After the batteries are full, the panels will continue to run the house and it will be on demand. So the panel is not going to continue to run all day at full max. It will basically only run when there is a demand, either from the battery or from the house. The system, everybody don't understand what it consists of. It's basically the homes that we're designing are really basically an off-grid system. They're not a grid-tie system. They are called off-grid, meaning that they require a battery. It's like you're running a generator by itself. So you cannot, the system is designed not to send any power back to JPS. So you're not violating any JPS requirements. There's a transfer switch that separate the system from JPS. So when the system reaches a certain percentage, it would automatically shift to JPS. And when the sun comes back out in the morning and it reaches a certain percentage, it will switch back to solar. So your backup will be pure, it will be JPS, and your primary will be solar. So in what you're using first, the house is using the solar, then the battery, then JPS after. Your sun hours are basically I would say from 8 o'clock to about 4:30, you'll be on the sun. And then from 4:30 to 8 o'clock in the next morning, you'll be running on the batteries or JPS. Depends when the batteries get depleted. As I said, for our batteries, for the warranty, the 10-year warranty that we provide, the system should be designed to run at 80%. The batteries can run lower, but the lifespan of the batteries will be deteriorated if you actually run it lower than that. Sorry, which one? Oh. The next slide, if you guys can see it, is giving you an idea how the panels will be installed. So the panels can either be installed on a flat roof, as the pictures show you here, and it'll be mounted with some aluminum brackets. They can mount directly to your roof with screws. And what we do, we actually use some rubber roofing cement or tar, or we call it that Flex Seal, to seal the hole so that we don't have any leakage on the house. Some customers will ask us to put bricks on the roof, and then screw them into the bricks so we don't have to bore the roof. Only problem with that, it actually additional weight on your roof. And if hurricane comes, it's not going to hold on as strong if it was mounted directly onto your roof. The other way we mount panels, if you have a slant roof, We will mount it onto your zinc roof or your wood roof. We will find the beams in your roof, we will anchor it, and then we seal it back to make sure there's no leakage. This way, actually, for hurricane, is more resilient to hurricane because your roof have to go, basically, if there's a hurricane. This way, the first way, which is in a flat roof, during a hurricane, we'd either have to take them down or lay them flat or strap them down. Depends on the category of the hurricane. Most of these structures are designed for category 3 or 4. The structures are usually designed for that. But it's not the blowing of the panels will be the issues most of the times. It should be the debris flying from somewhere that might can damage the panels is what the main concerns are. The other part of the systems are made up of the inverter. Um, we have two styles of batteries that SolarX provided. We have batteries that we can mount up very high. They're the 5K batteries because some people they want to mount it like in the laundry room and they want to mount it very high, out of the way so the kids can't get to it. So we basically use those batteries for those type of situation. We also have 10K batteries, which we will mount. We can mount up to about 4 feet off the ground. Those batteries are also built in with fire suppression system, which a lot of companies doesn't provide. We also use our products are more like Class A products. The panels, we actually is one of the top 3 vendors that we use from SolarX. So SolarX, we really focus on quality and service. Go to the next one. So let's give you an idea. Packages now. The packages, as you know, you get up to $2.5 million solar packages. So you want to know what package you might get. What we usually ask for is your light bill, and we usually then have an interview with you to discuss um, your behavior. Um, some people are home during the day, and then some people only at night. The batteries are the most expensive part of the system. So it depends on how you use. A normal home that doesn't really use that much AC and their bill are usually go up to about 25,000. We would recommend the $2.5 million package. The $2.5 million package can support up to 400 kilowatt of usage with good weather. As I said, we don't control the weather. God control that. It comes with a 5 kilowatt PV system. It comes with a 10 kilowatt hybrid inverter or 8 or 10, it depends. It also comes with a 10K battery pack. And that's usually ideal for a normal home, which bills are usually around $25,000 and below. Uh, the next package that we have is a $2 million package, which is for bills a little higher, up to about say 700-800 kilowatt monthly or $40,000 light bill. We those are people will use the AC, at least one AC at night throughout the whole night. And the main thing, we give them more panels. We give them 12 panels, which is 7.5 kilowatt of panels. We also give them a 10 kilowatt inverter. Depends on their house. We might upgrade that. If they have a dryer, which 10K can manage a dryer, but we also give them 20 kilowatt of battery packs, which at 80%, you get in about 16K. And that normally, if you have a 12,000 BTU in your bedroom, you can able to run that all night. Normally, it depends on what you're doing in the house. It all depends on how you're consuming your power. All the system comes with an app that you can use to manage your system, and we will help you to understand the app so you can manage you become your own JPS basically. You want to manage how your consumption works. The third package, which is the full loan, this is like a total off-grid for a house. It can support up to 1,200 kilowatt per month light bill with good weather. up to $60,000 light bill. It comes with 10K panels, which is we have 625-watt panels, which is 16 of them. It comes with a 12K hybrid inverter, full hybrid, not off-grid, full hybrid inverter. And it also comes with a 30 kilowatt battery packs. This is usually ideal for houses that use a lot of ACs at night. And 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 with the extra battery, 30 kilowatt, even with bad weather, you're supposed to be okay. You should not be able to go back to JPS. So this will give you an idea of the package that we SolarX offer and the type of system that we offer. This is also included insulation, um, the wiring, the cabling, everything. Once we give you the price, we honor it. So, of course, we come and do a site visit to make sure if there's any specialized, like if you want to build outdoor stuff or you want to do anything special, then we work with you to see how we can work it out. Um, as you may ask, how about how long we take to install? Sometime we can install in a day, but we usually plan for up to 3 days. Depends on the size of the system. The 1.5, we can probably do it in a day and a half. The 1.5 and the 2 million we can do into it. The 2.5 is a much bigger system, so we will require up to 2 to 3 days for that. Um, we would do the third day is more the commissioning and testing to make sure everything working and show you guys how to use the app. The system does require you guys to have internet, very important for the warranty of the equipment. Uh, just to give, yeah, for the warranted equipment, most manufacturer wants to see how the behavior of the system is and to see if there's an error or you did something to the system to violate the warranty. So that's why they want the internet connection. Just the batteries, this is just to show you that if you're running your batteries at 100%, you're only going to get like 5 years out of the batteries. Versus if you're running at 80%, you can get up to 10 years, over 10 years. So that's the reason why the warranty say that the 10-year warranty on the batteries, we require you to run it at 80%. So that we can have a longer life with the battery. We go down to basically give you an idea about the warranties. Solar panels, as I say, we use the top 3 vendors in the world in panels. It's 12 to 30 years. Most panels warranties are like that. We use bi-directional panels. Um, we also, the inverters are full hybrid inverters, not off-grid inverters. They're full hybrid inverters. So if you want to add it, change it over to grid tie in the future, you could do that, but it's actually um, full hybrid inverters. Off-grid inverters, you have to watch the warranty. The warranties on off-grid inverters are only 2 years. So a lot of people get tricked by that. We will definitely give you a full hybrid inverter, which normally are 5-year warranty. We are sub dealers we carry everything ourselves. The only thing that we buy locally is some of the inverters that we buy locally for the distributors, and we are a sub dealer for the inverters, which means that if anything happened to your equipment, we will work with you and work with the sub dealer. We have a spare, we will swap it out for you and until your system is up and running. So we don't let you stay down. We actually work with the manufacturer directly. For our own product, of course, we will swap it out and fix it, and you know, there's no issues there. So for the panel, we buy direct, so we don't buy no knockoff. We buy direct from the manufacturer. For our batteries, we are the dealer for the Caribbean. It is a Chinese American owned company. It's American owned it, but manufactured in China. So the quality is for North America standard. It comes with built-in fire suppression system. A lot of these batteries don't have these type of features. The cells are in the top 2 manufacturer in the world, as in the battery cells. The cells are high quality cells. We also offer a 6-month workmanship um, warranty, which basically when we install the system, any electrical, anything like that, we will respond. We will basically have the warranty to come and fix those stuff within the 6 months. And of course, we have online support and any issues we are basically, and of course, we'll be the single contact for any warranty issues that you have. We also have what you call maintenance program after the 6 months, where we offer our customers. You have customers have options. They can maintain it themselves. They just have to, when there's an issue, they have to just show us that it's been maintained so that it doesn't violate the warranty. Some customers, we are a service-oriented company, so we just don't do installation. We actually come and do maintenance for you. We have for NHT, we have different packages. We have a $35,000, depends on the size of the system, where we will come to your house once a year and we will clean your panels because in Jamaica we get a lot of dust, the Sahara dust before hurricane season start, which affect the performance of your system. And we will come and we will clean your panels. Panels can be just cleaned with regular water. Regular water stains it, if you notice. We use distilled water to clean it. We have a pure water system that will come on the roof. We check for any rats or bird or nests or anything like that that will eat out the cables. We check all the electricals to make sure they are tightened down so that they can't cause any fire. Um, we go through your whole electrical system for the solar part of the house, and we check everything. We update your software, and with the subscription yearly plan, you actually get one site visit free, other than the cleaning for the $35,000 package, which this comes in very handy in hurricane time. And you also, we do monitoring for you to help a monthly monitoring to check on your system to make sure everything is working fine every month if you travel a lot. And of course, we give you a manufacturer support, on-site support. Any issues in dealing with manufacturer failures, we will come and provide spares and keep you up and running. The premium package is bells and the whistles. Basically, we come panels are really supposed to be maintained at least twice a year, and we're supposed to do maintenance twice a year if you want your system to last very long. And the premium package comes a lot more bells and whistles that will benefit you and more services. So just to give you guys an idea. And that's it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peart. Whoa, that's a lot of information right there. Like, holy. Only you
Right.
could do that, Sir Peart. Thank you so much for your time. Now it's time for question and answer. Now I know that I'll get a lot of questions where smart energy loan is concerned. And I know there's one particular person that has burning questions. So I'll just allow him to go ahead and ask that question. And anyone else, if you have any question for us, let me just welcome my supervisor, Mrs. Rachel Webb. I think I saw her online. Yes, she is. Welcome, Mrs. Webb. Thank you so much for joining. All right, so any question as we wrap up? Yes, Sir Pummels, you're seeing your face now.
All right, my question is to Mr. Peart regarding if there is a hurricane coming, do we get any assistance regarding disabling panels just to put them away for safety?
So basically, we have a hurricane program where we inform our customers what to do. When a hurricane comes, we have a document that we send out to all our customers, the procedures, what to do, what to shut down, um, what are the procedures that needed to do. If there are if there is a need, it depends on the strength of the hurricane, for panels to be taken down. We do offer services where we can take it down, but from experience, some people usually get left out because when the hurricane comes and we are island wide, and there's over 200 people who want the service at the same time. So what we do, if we cannot make it there, we will then talk to our customer, explain to them what to do if they want to get somebody else, like a regular man, to unplug them or whatever. We guide them what to do to take them down. Then what happened is that when they're taken down after the hurricane, then we will then come and support you to put it back up, basically, and make sure everything's connected and everything. Because what happened in a hurricane, things get pulled out, cables get damaged, anything can happen. So then we will come and then set you back up to make sure everything is okay.
Okay, I see a hand. Rochelle, you can go ahead.
Hi, good evening, Nicola. Good evening,
Hi.
everyone.
Good evening.
Quick question for you. The loan, a two-pronged question. One, is the amount that's available for the solar loan a part of the home improvement loan, or is it separate? And two, clarify for me if we have to go to the banks first before we come to you.
All right, that's a very good question. So the smart energy loan is separate from the regular 7+ loan. So you can actually get both. So it's not a substitute, it's an additional loan.
Okay, good.
And as it relates to the bank, once your interest rate is more than 0%, then that's when you'll go to the bank. But if you are denied from the bank for any reason, you come right back to us.
Okay, so is that if we're engaging NHT, we are going to go to the bank first to see if we qualify through them, and if they don't accept us, we come to you?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, no problem. Go ahead, Ricardo.
Even again, everyone. So you mentioned about property tax. If I have an outstanding amount on my property tax, am I still qualified to submit for the loan?
You said outstanding. Outstanding mean the thing is for the property tax certificate, once the expiration date, once it has not expired, then we can proceed. But if it has, when you said outstanding, it means that probably the last payment you made was March of 2025. If that's the case, we cannot process the loan until it is paid up.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Yes, Sir Patrick, I'm seeing your hand. Go ahead.
Good evening. I'm just asking a question regarding to the energy loan plan. Do you have to be a National Housing Trust contributor in order to apply for the loan?
Sir Promise, you want to take that one?
All right, most definitely. All right, so you would definitely have to be a contributor. In fact, for all of our loans, you must be a contributor to benefit from the NHT.
Okay, thank you so much.
No problem, Sir Patrick. Thank you for your question. Any other question? Ricardo, your hand is still up. Is it another question or it was before?
No, it was before.
Okay, okay. All right, so while we wait on the remaining question, I know that some persons came on after we started. Just to give a summary of what was discussed, we went through the documentations that is needed to process this kind of loan. One of the main documents is the letter of undertaking from the supplier, the invoice from the supplier, the property tax certificate, 2 months worth of payslip. Now, this is a 10-year payback loan, and you would make payment based on your income in terms of the interest rate. So we go from 0% to 5. So it's 0, 2, 4, and 5% where this loan is concerned. And the maximum that you're able to get is 2.5. And if it's two persons that are joining, that's 5 million. I'm not sure if my supervisor have anything to add. Mrs. Webb? But I can say this kind of loan is
Yeah.
very... Go ahead. Go ahead, Mrs. Sawyer.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. And thank you all for coming and being on our meeting this evening. It's actually evening now. You're all encouraged to go ahead and take up your solar panel loans. Bear in mind that is a loan that you can take more than once. So if you want a starter package now, if you think that you're not able to do the full, use up your full 2.5, and there's a starter package based on your electricity usage and your normal electricity bill. You can discuss with this supplier or any other a package that will suit you and start. And then later on, as things change, you could come back for the difference to add more batteries or panels to bring your system up higher if you like. Right, so everyone, we are ready at St. Catherine branch to process your loans,
Yes.
right? We're definitely ready for you. A lot of people have been taking up this loan. That is one of our most popular loans these days. So a lot of persons have been benefiting, and those who have are able to speak about their very, very low electricity bills, which
Yes.
allow them to use so many appliances and things in their homes. So we do encourage you all to make use of this opportunity.
I have a quick question that a customer had asked me. This is Mr. Peart. If they're getting a rainwater harvesting, the hurricane was a wake-up call for a lot of people. If they're getting a reverse osmosis system, is that considered to the loan if it's like the part of the rainwater system?
What we'd ask them to do, come in to us and let us see what it is that they are proposing, and let us take it from there.
Okay, all right, I'll tell them.
Mr. Peart, there's someone in the chat that is requesting your number. So let me see, I see, is there
Yeah,
any
so our office number for everybody to let them know is 876 778 3055. That's the office number. My number, if you want to talk to any technical stuff, is 509-2505. And that is if you want any technical advice or anything like that. But you can get it from the office also. But some people like to talk to me. So I'm always, here to help.
Thank you so much. Go ahead, Sir Pommels, and you can enter your email address in the chat. Yes, Mrs. Swear.
I was on earlier on. I am not sure if you had reminded the customers about the wet signatures on the letter of undertaking.
I didn't be specific in terms of the signature. That's a very good point. The letter of undertaking and also the invoice, we no longer accept an electronic signature. So it must be the original signature. So it's the original that you'd have to submit to us when you're processing the loan. Just checking if there's any other question in the chat. No, I'm not seeing any other question. So as we close, go ahead, Damian. I'm seeing your hand. You can go ahead.
I had placed a question in the chat if there are other suppliers.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. There's
Okay.
definitely other suppliers that you
Can we
can,
get a list of the other suppliers?
well, that you'd have to get via the internet. I know I saw a list at one point. Pommels, you can assist me if there is a list that we have. I know there was a list for grant, but not for loan.
No, not for the loan.
No. So we encourage you, you can shop around and then you can make a decision in terms of exactly the supplier that you would want to work with. Mr. Peart here is one of who has the wealth of knowledge. So we're not saying that you must work with this person as it relates to NHT, but he was the one that we selected just to give us this presentation, to give us a little bit more information as it relates to the smart energy, the solar panel, the system. Okay, Mr. All,
Thank you.
you're most welcome. Now I can say that this kind of loan, as Mrs. Webb mentioned, it's going like hot bread. And when I say going like hot bread, I mean it will never run out. This loan allow you to live in comfort. You work too hard not to be comfortable. So when you come home in the night, you want to turn on your AC, you want to relax, you don't want to have to worry about GPS because you know how GPS go already. So once you have made up your mind, and even if you want additional information or email addresses in the chat, you can always reach out to us. If you even want us to, say, for example, you have a company and you want us to do a presentation for that company, we can also do that. We can meet with you at your company. So just let us know. We are here to give you the information. That is what we do. Right? So even if you don't remember everything that was discussed this afternoon, just reach out to us and we will provide you with whatever information. Even if we need to come to your company, we'll do that. We'll do that just for you. We just want you to be comfortable. House too hard for maintain for not be comfortable. You're supposed to can relax. All right. So thank you so much. If there's no other question, I want to say thank you so much for joining us this afternoon, this evening. We are really, really, really appreciative of your time. And as I said before, if you want us to have these kind of meetings with any other group that you might be a part of, just let us know and we will arrange it for you. All right. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Mrs. Webb. Thank you, Sir Pommels. It was good to have you on a Sunday. You know, we go above and beyond. That's what NHT do.
Always.
Thank you. Thank you so much. And have a good evening, everyone.